Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. I wanted to post this video today to update you on how the Raidraptor Time Thief deck performed at my locals last Wednesday, as well as to explore a combo that I've put together using 4 Strix and the Hieratic Dragon King of Atum, because you can use Rank Up Magic Soulshave Force to turn 4 Strix into a Hieratic Dragon King of Atum, which I thought is a very interesting interaction, which you can then use to incorporate a little bit of a Dragon Link engine into your Raidraptor deck. Now, in no means is this a combo that you should do, and it's just an idea, just to see what it could potentially end on. The more pure Raidraptor Time Thief deck is probably a lot better and a lot more consistent to take to a local tournament, for example. But this was just something I had in my mind. I just wanted to see what it could do. Now, as for the Raidraptor Time Thief deck, last Wednesday I ended up going X1, losing round 1 to a Buster Blader Dragon Link deck, which was unfortunate, but otherwise the deck ran really well. Okay, for the combo that I'm going to show you today, all you're going to need is a Time Thief regulator, and I've just drawn the Gammas and the Driver, just as some extra cards that we could use as discards if needed. To start off the combo, I'm going to normal summon Regulator, use its effect, and Regulator is going to summon out Winder and Bezel Ship. Winder's effect is going to search the Time Thief Retrograde. Very helpful counter trap against Dark Ruler No More, which is a lot more important in this specific combo. Going to overlay our 2 monsters for a 4 Strix, detaching the Bezel Ship because we need that in the graveyard, and we're going to search the Singing Lanius. Going to use Bezel Ship's graveyard effect, detaching from the Winder to summon itself back to the field, and then we can special summon the Singing Lanius because we control 4 Strix, linking these two into the Wise Strix. Wise Strix effect happens now, summoning to the field the Mimicry Lanius. From here, we can overlay the Bezel Ship and Mimicry Lanius into the second 4 Strix. Detaching Mimicry Lanius this time, it's important to get Mimicry Lanius into the graveyard so we can use its graveyard effect in order to search Raider's Wing. Now we're going to be using our searches here just to search extenders, which will be needed later for the combo. Wise Strix happens next to set Soulshave Force directly to the field. Now, one thing this combo does do is burn our life points a little bit, which is just another reason why it's probably not the best idea. So activating the Soulshave Force, bringing back 4 Strix and turning it into Atum. While we've got our Raidraptors on the field, it's important to banish the Mimicry Lanius to get Raidraptor Nest. And Raidraptor Nest will be useful as a pop for Rocket Tracer later on. While we've still got our Raidraptors, we'll activate the Nest and use it to search Strangle Lanius. Can detach from Atum in order to summon to the field Omni Dragon Brotor, using his effect targeting himself, discarding a card. You can just discard the Driver. In order to search a Dark Dragon, which will be Chaos Dragon Levianeer, giving us a hand rip later on. From here, we're going to use the Raider's Wing in our hand, detaching off 4 Strix to summon itself. And now we can link 4 Strix, Atum, and Wise Strix into Appaloosa. Brotor links into LP, and LP's effect activates to summon Tracer. Now if you have quick launch or any other access into Tracer, you could summon Safer here and get the baby Chaos Dragons for some extra extenders. Or some extra security. Linking Tracer into Pisty. Pisty's going to revive Tracer. And we're going to link LP and Pisty into a Delindrous Dragon. Summoning now the Chaos Dragon Levianeer, banishing 3 Darks. Could just be the 2 Guard Dragons and one of the 4 Strix. To now shuffle away one of our opponent's cards at random. From here, Delindrous and Chaos Dragon Levianeer can link into Rusty. And we can use Tracer now to pop Nest, summoning out Rocket Recharger. And now we are locked into Darks. Rocket Recharger and Rocket Tracer can synchro into a Borrowload Savage Dragon. And Savage Dragon will equip the Wise Strix. Sorry, I'm jumping ahead. Sorry, I realised what I've done. So just jumping back a step. So when we're at this point, we've got the recharger, we've popped the nest to get the recharger. Delindrous Dragon's effect is going to activate to come back to the field, not like that. Now we can synchro these into Savage, and Savage can equip the Wise Strix. We need the Delindrous Dragon for our Anaconda later. From here, we can summon out the Strangulanius and turn Strangulanius and Delindrous Dragon into Verte. And we can use Rusty's effect, sending Silent Boots, setting Shade Brigandine, banishing Silent Boots, and adding Fogblade to our hand. Activate the Shade Brigandine, turning it and Raider's Wing into a Time Thief Redoer. And now we're using Anaconda's effect, taking 2,000 and summoning out Dragoon. Finally, we can set our Fogblade and our Retrograde. So with this board, we have Retrograde to protect against Dark Ruler no more. Then we have our Time Thief Redoer, which has the trap attached, which allows us a non-targeting return a card to the top of our opponent's deck. We've got Appaloosa with 3 negates. We've got Savage and Dark Dragoon for other interruptions, as well as Fogblade, which can also then help recur Rusty, which allows us to go even further next turn by sending Raider's Wing. And that's the combo. I'm just going to quickly show you an updated deck profile that incorporates the Dragon engine. So just really quickly, 3 Winder, 3 Regulator, and 2 Bezel Ships. That's the same. The Raidraptors have changed just a little bit. 3 Raider's Wing, 3 Strangulanius, 2 Vanishing Lanius, 2 Pain Lanius, 1 Mimicry Lanius, and 1 Singing Lanius. Just find that the Vanishing Lanius adds a little bit more of a consistency at the start to get into your plays. For the dragons, 2 Rocket Tracer and 2 Rocket Recharger is the same as last time, but this time we're adding in Levianeer, Safet, Black Dragon, Cold Serpent, White Dragon, Wife Buster, and Omni Dragon Brotor. Now the reason why we've got these 3 in here, even though they weren't part of the combo, is just as additional dragons you can summon off LP or Atum if needed, especially if you already draw the quick launch for this part of the engine. Just the other monsters that we run: Parallel Exceed, Silent Boots, and then the Dragoon requirements, Dark Magician and Red Eyes. Going to the spells and traps, mostly the same. Triple quick launch, a Raidraptor Nest, Soul Shade Force, Boot Sector Launch, Red Eyes Fusion, Monster Reborn, Foolish Burial Call by the Grave, and for the traps, we've got the Shade Brigandine, the 1 Fog Blade, and the 1 Retrograde. Now the Fog Blade is better than the Cam Trap here as well because we can use it to recur Rusty, which allows us to play if our board does get broken. And lastly, for the hand traps in the main deck, Triple Nibiru, Gamma with Driver, as well as Impermanence. We had to sacrifice Ash for this build just to have a little bit more space for some of the dragons. For the extra deck, this is where you'll see most of the change. We've got a Redoer, 2 Force Strix, and 1 Atum, and that's it for the Xyz monsters. One thing this deck is missing is more rank 4s, though you do have some other boss monsters in Dragoon and Savage, which are fairly easy to get into at any point in the game. For the links, Appaloosa, Boral Sword, Rusty, Wise Strix, Anaconda, Delindrous Dragon, and then we've got Striker Dragon, LP, and Pisty to round out the extra deck. One thing I haven't really experimented much with, but would definitely be an option, is Romulus, because Romulus does require dragon or winged beast monsters, so obviously there's a connection there with the Raidraptors and the dragon monsters. So Romulus is another point of entry into the Dragon Link combo, which I haven't explored, but could definitely be something that would benefit the deck. But otherwise, that's the updated deck profile incorporating the Dragon engine. So thanks for watching this shower thought, I suppose, on what you could do using Rank Up Magic, Soulshave Force, and Hieratic Dragon King of Atum. I hope you've enjoyed it, and thank you for watching.